What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is your retro review of the Real Housewives of New Jersey, season 2, episode 11. So we almost at the end of this season. This season is over. It goes up to episode 18. So the first scene, again, I feel like this episode was sort of a filler episode, what we would call a filler episode. The first scene, we saw Joe taking the girls to Taekwondo, teaching them, Taekwondo or whatever. And then the next scene, we see Danielle taking her girls down to the gym. I feel like this was a whole advertisement for whoever owns LA Boxing. But of course, Danny is there and he wants to teach Danielle how to fight because of course Danielle is going through all the horrible things that she's going through with Teresa and all the people, right? So her kids are looking at her side eye like she crazy, but I mean she should be used to that by now. Her kids always giving her that side eye like she's crazy. Then we see Kim G going to visit Jacqueline. And Jacqueline wasn't going to let that woman in the house, honey. Jacqueline was like, I don't understand why you here. Baby, there was a whole newspaper where it's on the front page of the newspaper where Kim G was down at the courthouse with Danielle helping her file the charges against Jacqueline's daughter. So she was like, I don't even understand why you here. And I don't understand what you want from me that you are here. Like, I'm just not understanding the understanding, okay? And Kim G is doing, like, Kim G keep playing that middle. She's like, well, she was my friend and she asked me to be there and so I was there for her. And if you called me and you wanted me to go down to the courthouse with you, I would go with you too because I'm your friend too. And I'm just trying to be a good friend to everybody. And I feel bad for Danielle because she's just had a lot going on. I just really feel sorry for Danielle. Baby, Jacqueline was sitting there like, girl, I don't even know what to do with this. I don't even know what to do with none of this. What you mean you feel sorry for her? Like, what's really going on? Then Kim G takes her butt down to Posh while Teresa's there. And Teresa is like, okay, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do with this either because I know that the night of the situation, I know she was all team Danielle. She had Danielle's back. She was with Danielle. And so now, I really don't want to mess with her either. Teresa, one thing I will give Teresa credit. When she makes up her mind how she feel about you, baby, that's it. That's all. And she's like, look, I'm just not here for it. Okay. Now, once again, here go Kim G. Well, I just feel like what happened was just unnecessary. Like, I just feel like it was rude. It just didn't have to go that far. I mean, when she spoke to you, you could have just, it escalated, when you called her a bitch. And Teresa was like, well, I was just trying to be nice. Like, I just called her honey. And girl, she's so stuck on this damn honey thing. But Teresa is really like, yeah, I didn't know how to feel. Like, I felt some kind of way, with that whole situation. But she definitely side-eyeing Kim G, child. The problem is she ain't side-eyeing Kim S, and Kim S playing with you, too. Now, down to the Manzo household, the Carolyn Manzo household. The kids are all, the kids are all doing what they're doing. They have their jobs. They're working at the brownstone or what have you. Albie is sort of kind of sitting there like he doesn't know. He's like a duck out of water because he's waiting to hear about what's going to happen with law school. He really has no interest in working at the brownstone, but at the same time, it's like, I can't really just sit here and just kind of not do anything. So what do I do? What do I do? Kind of thing. Later on in the episode, we found out that he does get his letter so that he can reapply to law school and he doesn't have to wait the 2 years. Unfortunately, though, he's starting from ground zero. Law school applications are not easy, so he's starting from ground zero. He has to do his essays again, get his letters of recommendation. And in his essay, I'm sure he's going to be advised that in his essay, he needs to explain what happened, from his point of view or what have you. So I feel for Albie. Now, somebody, I think Danielle? No, not Danielle. Deborah. One of my subscribers, well, I don't know if she's a subscriber, but she left a comment. And she gave me kind of an update on what's going on with everybody without spoiling the show. She said Albie has his own business and he's getting ready to get married in Italy next year. So congratulations to him. She told me that Ashley does have a baby now that she's raising. So she didn't say Ashley was married. So I don't know. but again, I don't know. Ashley, I just hope she's matured and has, made some good decisions in her life, child. I don't know. We see Ashley with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend is trying to tell her that she's wrong. Her boyfriend is trying to explain to her that what she did was wrong. Like her putting her hands on Danielle and everything like that, it was just wrong. And Danielle was just like, and I mean, Ashley just didn't understand it. And she was, Ashley don't like being told that she was wrong. She doesn't like being told that she's wrong. She doesn't like being told that, she made a bad decision. So even this, the second time her boyfriend's tried to check her, and she didn't want to hear it, right? Um, Her defense of, well, I thought she hit my mom. Like, no, girl, no. Now, don't get me wrong. If I thought somebody hit my mom, I probably would be no holds barred too. I ain't gonna front. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and lie and act like I wouldn't, because I would, right? But in that moment, I just don't think that Danielle really truly believed that. I think I think Ashley is using that as an excuse to justify what she did. I do not believe that Ashley thought that that's what happened. That's my opinion. I just don't believe it, right? So then we see Joe is opening up a pizzeria, and he's got apartments over top of the pizzeria that he's renting out, and he's showing Teresa, and it looks really nice. Looks like a really nice rental property, a really nice business. Somebody mentioned that last season when they were fighting and arguing over the pizza. They talked about the fact that Teresa had a pizzeria before, or they tried to open up a pizzeria before, or something like that. Again, we have another, and so I feel like a lot of these scenes are kind of just like throwaway scenes. We have another scene with Danielle talking to Danny once again, just talking about, I thank y'all so much for always having my back and always supporting me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like, I just feel like it's the same thing over and over again with Danielle, and I get it. Part of it is because nobody want to film with Danielle. Like, I get it. Like, nobody wanted to film with her, girl. Then we saw the girls going down to the pizzeria. You know what? I rewind. See, that's what happens when you watch the episodes out of order. Did I? Yeah, I think I got it right. Anyway, the girls went down to the pizzeria, made a pizza chow, and I mean, it was a cute scene. It was a cute scene to see Teresa with the family. It was real cute. And it makes me look at it and be like, they really were like because I didn't watch the season from the shows from the beginning. All I ever heard about Joe was when he called Teresa a bitch or a cunt or something like that. Or he said, "Here comes my bitch of a wife, Teresa," whatever. So I never got a chance to see all of this, right? And I really believe that they really were in love. Like, somewhere along the line, maybe the stress of the court case and the criminal situation, maybe Teresa getting a little bit of a big head. Maybe some things did change. But I don't know. Like, it was nice. It is nice seeing these family moments with Teresa and the kids and all that good stuff. Then we see Danielle done went down to the courthouse. She done called her lawyer down there. She done filed paperwork. And they made a whole scene out of it. It was a really big issue. They had witnesses, from what happened. Listen, at the end of the day, you're not going to get me to argue that Ashley wasn't wrong and that Ashley didn't assault that woman. Ashley absolutely did, okay? So then we see where Carolyn and Ashley and Jacqueline are meeting to tell Ashley that the charges were filed and that she, is going to have to deal with the consequences. Like, they filed charges against you. And I still don't think Ashley is understanding how serious this could be. And, Carolyn is trying to, like, yank her. I feel like if the cameras weren't there, Carolyn would have kind of yanked her a little bit harder. But Carolyn was kind of yanking her like, all right, you do understand that this is serious. Like, you do understand how big of a deal this is, right? Like, she was like, look, I understand why you did it, but at the end of the day, that's what you did. Now, the one thing that Danielle said that I understood, and I believe Danielle on this one, she was talking about how her and Ashley had a really good relationship prior to this. And she said, Ashley used to call me, to give her a ride to the school bus so she wouldn't get in trouble when she overslept. And remember that first or second episode last season where we saw Danielle talking to Ashley, it did seem like they had a relationship. And she said, me and Ashley used to talk. She used to tell me things, and she used to open up to me. So I feel like that's why the attacks between the two of them were so personal, because I think there was a relationship there. Now, again, not defending Danielle at all, but I do think there was some relationship there with the two of them. Anyway, child, that was pretty much the episode. Um, Danielle filing these charges. So I'm sorry, that scene at the beginning, Kim G did go talk to Jacqueline, but it wasn't about them filing the charges. That's at the beginning of the next episode. That's why I try not to watch these episodes too much at a time. But they were still talking about what happened at the brownstone, and whose behavior was out of line, and how Teresa shouldn't have said bitch, whatever, right? But that's the beginning of the next episode where Kim G shows up and Jacqueline is like, girl, what? How dare you show up to my house? And then bought the newspapers. Anyway, that's the next episode, chat. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.